What's up, YouTube? Your boy back once again with another sport topic, and today we're going to talk some football, Houston Texans football. Today we're going to talk about Jalen Pitre getting a brand new contract, and what does it mean, not just for him, but for the franchise going forward. We're going to talk about it, we're going to break it down, but before we get into that, like I've been telling you before, if you're liking the content, make sure you're liking the channel. Make sure you're watching all the videos, and you liking all the videos, you're sharing all the videos on all social media platforms, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, Snapchat, any type of social media platform you use. Make sure you're sharing them same social media platforms. Also, follow me on social media as well. Link in the description below. We still trying to get this channel growing and growing and growing. I can't do that without y'all help. So you know what that means? I need you to do your part. So I need you to tell a friend, so they could tell a friend, so they could tell a friend, so they could tell some more friends, so they could tell some more friends, and put them on game with the channel. Really, really appreciate that. Now, let's talk about it. Jalen Pitre got a brand new contract extension on Friday. And I want to talk about exactly what does it mean, not just for him, but also for the Houston Texans franchise going forward. Because to be honest with you, this actually means more and says more for the Houston Texans going forward, what they're going to do going forward, what this means going forward to people who are actually getting paid, other contracts going to be coming up, how they want to operate, how they want to do business. This means more for the Texans as a franchise, more so than it actually means for the player Jalen Pitre. Now, don't get it wrong, don't get it twisted. Anytime you get paid, anytime you get a raise, anytime you get job security, this absolutely means a lot to you. And it does mean a lot to Jalen Pitre, but it actually says it means more to the Houston Texans going forward, and I'm explaining in a minute. But first, let's actually talk about what the contract is and what it actually means for Jalen Pitre. Now, it is a 3-year, $39 million contract extension, giving him an annual salary of $13 million per year, a signing bonus of $10 million, and also has a total fully guaranteed of $29.1 million, makes him a free agent in 2029. He was going to be a free agent next year in 2026, but now he won't be a free agent until 2029. Also, it's a increase roughly around $10.8 million because his annual salary was around $2.2 million, and now this is an increase of roughly around $10.8 million per year. So that's roughly the increase going from 2.2 to $13 million per year. Like I said, making him a free agent in 2029 versus making him a free agent next year. Now, I thought that he was going to get paid, but I didn't think it was going to be this summer. I really thought that the Texans were going to let him play out this last year because we seen him get put into the new role last season, and him actually, we seen how he played his rookie year, played well, played phenomenal his rookie year. We came into his second year saying that, hey, all pro, that he could potentially be an all pro because he had over 100 tackles, had 5 interceptions his rookie year. We thought, hey, he could have had 200 tackles and could have had 10 interceptions because he dropped a lot of interceptions and he missed a lot of tackles. So that's what we were thinking about coming to his second year. And his second year, first year under D'Amico Ryans, didn't look all that good. And I used to call him Big Play Pitre because he was giving up big plays a lot. And he was actually a liability, especially in coverage. But this past year, when they moved him down to the nickel position, having playing that slot, that nickel position, that star position, whatever you want to call it, whatever defense you want to call it, and we start to see him actually step into their role. Now, also, you got to mention, you also got talent around you. You got Stingley, you got Lassiter, you got Will, you got Daniil, you got all these players around you. It makes your job a lot easier. And we started to see him come into their role and be able to play better, again, play way better than he played his second year. Maybe not up to the standards that he was playing his rookie year because he wasn't out there getting 5 interceptions, stuff like that. But he was out there making plays this season, and he was not a minus player. Be honest, we probably would have beat Kansas City if he was available because he would have been able to go out there and give some type of coverage for Travis Kelce in that divisional round playoff game. So we definitely missed him in the last game that the Texans played against the Kansas City Chiefs in the divisional round. So I definitely thought that he was going to get a contract, but I did think that they would probably let him play out this season, and kind of like how we did Dalton Schultz and how we did Kaimi last year, that he'll get paid before free agency started, but they'll let him play out the season. So I am kind of slightly surprised that they actually went ahead and gave him a contract extension, making him he's now the highest paid nickel corner at $13 million per year, fully guaranteed at $29 million. So he's the highest paid nickel corner. So we had Stingley reset the actual cornerback market, and now we have Jalen Pitre out here right now resetting the nickel market and stuff like that. And again, this is job security. He's from the city of Houston. I think he's from if I'm not mistaken, I think he's from Stafford. So he's from here. He wants to be here. Played at Baylor, second round pick, one of Nick Caserio's first early picks. Again, remember his first draft, he didn't have a first or second round pick. Stingley's draft was the first time he had a first and second round pick, and his first ever first round pick and his first ever second round pick, he's giving them and reward them with contracts. And that kind of bolts into what I say, what this actually really means and what this really says, not just about Jalen Pitre, but more so about Nick Caserio, D'Amico Ryans, and this franchise as a whole, of what they're doing, how they operate. If you come to work, you do your job, and you do the job to the best of your abilities, and you do what we ask you to do, we will reward you. We will pay you. You will reset the cornerback market by $5 million. You will reset the nickel market, however the nickel market is. We will reward you. We reward that. We will make you want, even with your injury issues, Nico Collins. We will reward you and give you money. We will pay you. We will put you in the top. At the time when Nico got paid, he was paid, I think, eighth all time. I mean, not eighth all time, but eighth highest paid receiver when he got paid. Now, because of all the contracts, I think now he's bumped down to like 13th or 14th because of all of the contracts that's coming in. You really got Nico on the bargain, but that's a conversation for another day. But if you go out there and you do your job, you do what we ask you to do, we will pay you. The flip side to that, again, this offseason, the flip side of that, we don't care how much we're paying you. If you're not doing what we ask you to do, if you're not doing what we say that you need to do, what's best for the team, if you skipping out on practice and not practicing, not being in workouts and things like that, even though they're voluntary workouts, if you're not coming in to, hey, let's fix your craft, let's get better. We don't care what your PF grade is. We will ship you out of here, and not everybody as lucky as Larry Tunsil to get shipped to the team that was just an NC championship game. Or we don't care what we drafted you. We don't care that you were a first round pick. If you are a minus player on the field and you're a minus player on the field and we can't do anything with you, we don't care that you're a first round pick. We would take you, trade you, and we would ship you off. And everybody ain't as lucky as Kenyon Green to get shipped off to the defending Super Bowl champions. So both of those guys who got shipped off, who one is was probably at the time, I think probably your highest paid guy in Larry Tunsil, and the guy who has the highest PFF grades and things like that, and constant multi-time, I think like 5-time Pro Bowl or whatever it is. And then your other guy is a first round draft pick, Kenyon Green. Both of those guys got shipped off. But they both got shipped off to lucky situation. They both got shipped off to Washington. There was a team that was in the NFC Championship game, and then the Philadelphia Eagles, a team that not only was in the NFC Championship game, won the Super Bowl. But who's to say that that's going to happen to you? Because the team that might be on the other side of that phone might be Cleveland, might be Seattle, might be Carolina, might be the Giants, might be the Jets, might be Jacksonville, might be Arizona. Like, who's to say that you're going to get lucky enough to go into a situation where you can go to the Kansas City, or you can go to a Buffalo, or you can go to a Baltimore, or you can go to a Philadelphia, you can go to a Detroit, you can go to and then also who's to say that these teams, even though they're on the uptick today, don't mean that they might be on the bad tick tomorrow, and vice versa. You might be traded to a team that's on a bad tick today, but then tomorrow be trending up. I mean, who thought that Washington was going to be in the position that they was in? Who thought that we were going to be in the position that we were in last year? I mean, 2 years ago during CJ's rookie year, things like that. Who thought that? Hey, when Dan Campbell's at the time about the Lions going to be biting off people's knees, who thought that the Lions were going to be this powerhouse and everybody keep on putting them in the Super Bowl conversation year after year for the last 2-3 years? So who's to say that just because you're on this trajectory today don't mean you're going to be on this trajectory tomorrow? But however, do you really want to gamble with that, and do you really want to play with that? And this is what this shows me. You know what the situation is here in house. You know how that operating system is in house. So why don't you just do what you're supposed to do? Because when Stingley got paid, they said Stingley was doing. He was in the gym working out and then celebrate by eating some crawfish. Same thing with Nico. They said when Nico got paid, Nico was in the gym working out, getting reps in. I haven't heard exactly what was Pitre doing when Pitre got paid on Friday, so I don't know what the story is. But These guys out there, they're trying to put in work and they're trying to get better. And you've seen it. You've seen the fruits of those labors. You've seen the type of season that Nico Collins was having before he got hurt. You see the type of season that Stingley had this entire season. And you also see what Jalen Pitre is doing, because Nick Casario talks about this all the time. He would want 1,000 Jalen Pitres on his team, because Jalen Pitre goes out there and works. I mean, when he was in Baylor, I think if I'm not mistaken, he was there during the Art Brown situation, and he could have left. If I'm not mistaken, either he was there with the Art Brown situation, or he was there during some situation where he could have chosen left. But he was like, "Nah, I'm going to get this ship right." That's the type of person I'm gonna get this ship right. So he's more so of a character base. And again, does he have deficiencies in the coverage situation? Yes. Does he miss tackles? Absolutely. That's the reason why he shouldn't be a free or strong safety. That's why the position that they have him in, this slot corner, this nickel corner, this star position that they put him in, he kind of plays like a hybrid linebacker. He's kind of like he's more so a linebacker than he actually is a DB. If you want to be completely honest, he's played more so as more so a linebacker than he's a DB. But that's fine, because when you look behind you, you got Darius Stingley Jr. You look over there, you got Kamari Lassiter, you got Caleb Bullock. Now you added C.J. Gardner-Johnson. Then you look in front of you, you got Will Anderson, you got Danielle Hunter. You got Aziz over here. You got Todos over here. C. Harris whenever he's available. And C. Harris, hey, because this could have been you. Because this is your last year, your contract. But C. Harris had the injuries last year. And that's really more so his concern, is that he had one good second half and playoffs. C. Harris had the second half of the 2023 season, and also had the playoffs where he stepped onto the scene. But he had injuries before that, and was also benched as well. Like, D'Amico benched him. If I'm not mistaken, D'Amico benched him in the Cleveland game. If I'm not mistaken, or one of them games, D'Amico benched him in 2023 for a game or two, or at least in game. And then also, like I just said, last year, missing the entirety of the season, almost all the way up until the Dolphins game. I think that was his first game, and then wasn't available in the playoffs, or at least wasn't available in the Kansas City game. So it also got hurt in the Baltimore Raven game the previous year, the previous divisional round game. But this could have been you if you were able to be healthy. Now, I know sometimes that is sometimes not your fault, but sometimes it can be your fault, depending on what the issues and the injuries are. When you're constantly getting nagging injuries, we can't trust you. But if we can trust you, they're going to pay you. They're going to reward you. They're going to give you the money. And because they want that stability on this team as well. Just like you want to be stable, you want the stability and things like that. They want to see these things grow. They just like you want to see the fruits of your labor. They want to see the fruits of theirs. And when they draft you, when they sign for you, when they sign you, when they trade for you, they do all these different type of things. They are putting investments in you, Titus Howard. And we want to see those investments. But again, Titus Howard, just like we paid Larry Tunsil. Larry Tunsil's gone. Just like we used the first round pick on Kenyon Green. Kenyon Green is gone. Didn't even make it to year 4 on the franchise. So, Tyus Howard, if they need you to play guard, bro, you're going to have to play guard. You already got paid, too. You're going to have to play guard. Don't all this back and forth about guard tap. Hey, do what the team needs you to do and what's in the best interest of the team, and not for selfish reasons what you want to do. Because when you do stuff like that, the team rewards you. We have no problem rewarding you. And this is where you want to be rewarded, because you don't want to gamble and roll the dice on what's going on in the other 31 teams in the NFL, because you don't know exactly what they're going to do. At least you know in-house what's happening around here. At least you know in-house what's happening around here. So that's what this really says to me. That's really the message when it comes to the Jalen Pitre decision. They really like Jalen Pitre. Like I said, Nick Casario says he wants 100,000 of Jalen Pitres on this team. And we reward that type of behavior. We reward good behavior. We reward, you go in there, you put in the work, we reward that. You put in the work, we will reward that. And we will help you and put you in the best situation, because now the situation that he's going to step into next year is a way better situation defensively that he stepped into the previous 3 years on this team because of you got Kamari another year older, you got Bullock another year older. You added in C.J. Gardner Johnson. Also, same thing. We paid and gave the contract extension, even though it's about 1 year, to Daniil Hunter. Will is it in another season? Stingley is definitely stepping to his own. Hey, this defense is rocking. Then you got D'Amico Ryans calling the defense, and that right there is a plus right there in itself. So it is what it is. Like, subscribe if you haven't, comment below if you haven't, click that bell, get more videos. I holla.